Hey guys, welcome back into the Stochastic YouTube channel. My name is Geoff Ulrich, and in this video, we're going to be talking about NBA action for No House Advantage on Sunday, November 13th. And I mean, we have a pretty decent slate for a Sunday for an NBA, obviously NBA Sunday. We're not talking NFL in this video, but you know, if you are new to No House Advantage, there's a couple different ways to play there. There's a pick'em contest, creating prop-based style lineups, putting them in big contests and going up against other players, as we're going to be talking about in this video for No House Advantage. There's also the versus the house contest, though. That's where you're creating parlay style multiplier tickets. When we do it, we're going to have another video up for that for this Sunday as well over on the Odd Shopper YouTube channel. You can check that out after you're done. But we're going to be mainly talking about the pick'em contest here on Stochastic. If you could, guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the Stochastic YouTube channel before we get going. And if you're new to No House Advantage, use promo code Stochastic to sign up there because you get a $50 match deposit bonus. If you do, again, new users to the site, you can go check it out. Deposit 50, get a free 50 as well. Great way to build the bankroll, as I always say. And on this slate, I mean, again, we're going to be talking about four main picks here for the NBA, obviously on No House, but we do have free NBA projections for No House Advantage also on Stochastic.com. So check that out as well. We got a 15K guaranteed slam dunk contest up for today, for this Sunday, 5K to first. There's been overlay on the site, not just for NFL, but for some NBA action as well. So again, just a great time to check out No House Advantage. They're a great sponsor of this site. I love doing these videos for them. And let's dive into this prop because I got all overs today. I'm not going to lie, for NBA. Usually I'm trying to throw in like 3 or 4 unders here. I'm Mr. Under, but today we're Johnny Over today. I've got some good 3-point props, pretty strong on as well. So let's just hope for a high-scoring Sunday, shall we? End the week right. Let's start with Tyrese Maxey here. Over 2.5 3-pointers. Again, you got the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, I really don't hate this matchup. Utah Jazz at home for the Sixers as well. I mean, it's not the biggest total on the slate, but we've got a very close point spread here at 3.5 points. That should just mean a little extra usage for Tyrese Maxey down the stretch. This is obviously a player who attempts just a lot of 3-pointers. Over his last couple games, it's been a little bit slower, but you know, we could easily be getting a 3.5 prop here from Maxey just from his 3-point attempts as well. So the fact we're getting 2.5 close projected game here against Utah, I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunity for Maxey out there. Again, this is a player who essentially averaging 35 minutes per game over his last 5 starts as well. He did hit three 3-pointers in 5 attempts in his last outing, but you know, you just look at the sum of his averages over his last 10 games. He's averaging about 7 3-point attempts, if not more than that. So Tyrese Maxey, a good outside shooter. I really don't hate the matchup that much either. Utah's pretty solid from beyond the arc, but their field goal percentage isn't that great. I think they're in kind of a tough spot tonight too. I think that eventually down the stretch, these Philly starters should be able to get going. I'm going to take Tyrese Maxey to go over 2.5 threes. I think whenever you're getting a 2.5 line on him these days, you should just be going over anyway. So that's going to be our first over. Like I said, I got more overs for you. So we're going to stick with that department. We're going to go Zach LaVine over for our second one. This is a very high scoring matchup here between Denver and Chicago. 230 point total. I think it's a great spot for a lot of the guards here to get off as well. We're going to target LaVine here, 23.5. Again, you know, really close 1.5 spread as well. This should just be a back and forth game, a couple quicker paced teams. Well, I talked about LaVine a little bit last week, fading him against tougher teams, but this is a player who's a little bit, you know, healthier now. He's back from injury. He's been averaging a solid 34 minutes per game over his last 3 starts. And you just look at his shot attempts as well. They've kind of shot up, you know, over 20 field goal attempts in each of his last 2 games. I have no reason to think that coming in a close game against the Denver Nuggets, who quite frankly allow a ton of points and like good field goal percentage anyways against, that LaVine is going to slow down here. He's attempted 23 point attempts over his last 2 games as well. You could look to take the over 3.5 3-pointers made on LaVine. I just like taking his over pure points attempts. You know, he hasn't been that efficient from beyond the arc. If he's been shooting it a little bit better, I probably would have taken him there. I just like going over on the points. That way, if he only ends up with 3 3-pointers, we don't lose because we don't necessarily lose because LaVine has been lighting it up kind of just from the regular field goal department as well. I like LaVine in this game to have a pretty solid game. And I think 23.5 points, close point spread, like I said, big point total here for Chicago. Let's go over. We're going to make that our second over of this video. Let's stick with this game, though, because, again, like I said, I just like a lot of spots here for guys, and especially in this game. Let's target Michael Porter Jr. for an over as well. And we're going to go over 2.5 3-pointers on Michael Porter Jr. And again, this is just like another prop, similar to Tyrese Maxey. I think when you're getting a 2.5 total on Michael Porter Jr. at this point, it's just a good spot to take an over on. I mean, this is a player who's essentially averaging around 6 3-point attempts over his last, 8 or 9 games as well. You've got that big point total as well in this game. Michael Porter Jr. and the Nuggets, obviously, not really favorites here, but it's basically a pick 'em that we're talking about in this game. And you look at the Bulls as well. What don't they do great? Well, I mean, they defend okay, but they don't really defend the 3-point line that great either. So I think Michael Porter Jr. in a pretty solid spot to go over this, really just from pure usage, if anything. It's really not really a matchup play, if I'm being dead honest. This is more of just, we've got the 230 total. We've got big implied team totals on both sides. Denver is actually sort of the slight favorite in this game. And then you've just got Michael Porter Jr., who's just a solid 3-point shooter. I mean, you've got Jamal Murray not taking many threes, so Michael Porter Jr. kind of making up for that. I just like going over there. Again, I think it's going to be a back-and-forth game. And I think targeting, the shooters in this one, you're not going to be left wanting. So that's going to be our third one. Let's head to the late game. Let's head to the Golden State Warriors, Sacramento Kings for our last one. Again, another close point spread with a big total. I mean, this one's got the biggest total on the slate, 236.5. Golden State, only 4.5 favorites here as well. And we've just got what I would call a gift prop here on De'Aaron Fox. It's 19.5 points. He's had one game over his last 4 starts where he hasn't gone over this number. And he still played 28 minutes in that game, still took 14 attempts, field goal attempts. Like he could have easily gone over in that game. He just had a bad shooting night. The other games, he's all played over 35 minutes. He's all gone well over this number, like destroyed it. Now you've got a Warriors team here that's, last in points allowed. I think that, again, with the 19.5 prop here on De'Aaron Fox, what we've seen from him of late, you just got to take the over here. Not really worry about, the Kings getting blown out. Again, it's only a 4.5 line. De'Aaron Fox is going to be out there a ton, and I really don't mind this matchup for him. He's shown himself pretty well in the past against the Warriors. So De'Aaron Fox kind of going to be our last one here. I just like this total. It's way too low in my opinion. I think De'Aaron Fox makes for a great over target tonight. And again, we're talking about the pick'em contest. Like, how might you kind of sort these out? Because we do have to assign different values to all these props when we're making our lineups. I mean, Fox is one I would be pretty comfortable putting really high up. You kind of eat the chalk, even if that's one a lot of people are going to target. And then the other ones, that kind of like them equally. I mean, that LaVine one, obviously, I like a lot. I think he's going to see a lot of floor. But, the Maxey over 2.5 points, LaVine over 23.5 points, and then Porter over 2.5 3-pointers as well. Those ones would kind of be equal weighting for me. But this De'Aaron Fox over 19.5 points, that's one I would definitely put high up. So those are going to be our 4 picks, guys. That was our quick recap as well. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the Stokastic YouTube channel if you could. If you're new to No House Advantage as well, you use promo code Stokastic when you're signing up there. You get a $50 match deposit bonus. And we got free projections over on Stokastic.com as well for No House Advantage. So hope you guys have a great Sunday of NBA action. I'm Geoff Ulrich. We'll talk to you soon.